Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our September Board of Supervisors meeting. Kim, will you please note that 2 of the 3 supervisors are present. We have a quorum. First things first, we're going to start off with the swearing in of a new full-time Lancaster Township Police Officer, Jenna Kozer. I'm excited to introduce our newest sworn police officer in Lancaster Township, Officer Jenna Kozer. Has joined our team, and we are excited to have her on board. She brings with her over 4 years of prior municipal police experience and a commitment to maintaining the safety and security of our community. We are confident that Officer Kozer's experience and dedication will greatly benefit our police department and the Township of Lancaster. Please join me in welcoming Officer Kozer to the Lancaster Township Police Department. And now I'm going to ask that you and your parents join me for the swearing in. All right. Are you ready, Jenna? Mm-hmm. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Jenna Kozer,
I, Jenna Kozer,
being duly appointed as police officer in Lancaster Township,
as being duly appointed as a police officer in Lancaster Township,
Lancaster County,
Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the laws
of the
Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the ordinances
of
Lancaster Township, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. Furthermore, I affirm that I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law without consideration to a person's race, color, creed, or condition. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
I just want to present Jenna her badge. So right now, welcome to Lancaster Township Police Department. It's Officer Jenna Kozer, badge number 111. Congratulations. Put it on her shirt. Put it on her shirt. Yeah,
No pressure.
Pinning of the badge is always a challenge, or epithets on top of your shoulders. But I just wanted to reiterate the Board of Supervisors' comments. We welcome Jenna Kozer to our police department. I know I'm personally excited about it. As you can see by the officers here today, I mean, we have 14 other officers, a big show of support. We're building a good family atmosphere here, and I think it shows here. And we want to offer you all of our support. We're excited you're here, and congratulations, Jenna.
Thank you so much.
Right in the front. We could do you want to do one with just the Board of Supervisors and then one with their parents?
Yeah,
Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
First one's free, second one's $10, so.
I think you're being compensated, sir.
We got them.
We throw one with Jenna and I. Are you guys good? Or do you want more?
Good, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do yours.
Behind?
Denise, what's your number?
Got it.
And then one with your parents, is that good? For the newsletter.
All right. That's a good idea, actually.
I would have done my hair if I would have known.
We got it.
Would you give her one more round of applause? So the rest of the meeting might not be quite as exciting, so if the police officers or Jenna's family wants to go this time, it'll save you maybe another 35 minutes. Thank you for coming. Thanks,
Good
everyone.
night, guys.
Thank you.
We might have some calls pending.
All right, well, in that case, let's get to it. Are there any public comments on any of the agenda items listed here tonight before we vote on them? All right, hearing none. Secretary's report, any month's issue, I should say, with this month's minutes.
This is good for me.
All right, we'll move into treasurer's report.
The fund balances for the month of August. General fund investments, escrow, and liabilities. August balance is $8,191,928.29. Highway A fund balance $1,407,510.34. Capital Reserve Fund, August balance of $2,674,145.04 for a August total of $12,273,583.67.
All right, we'll follow that for audit. Monthly bills.
Bills, general fund total, $290,560.17. Escrow fund total, $2,448.74. State highway fund, $5,351.95. Capital reserve fund, $24,920 even, for total bills of $323,280.86. Mr. Chair, I move that we pay the bills.
I'll second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, we'll move into reports. Lafayette Fire Company on the east side, August 2025. They had 7 calls for service here in Lancaster Township. Lancaster Township Fire Department, August 2025, 45 calls in Lancaster Township, 325 calls year to date. Anyone from Fire Department?
Good evening, my name is Melvin Reyes, one of the assistant chiefs. So they say the call for service for us is 45 on the west side for us. That includes mutual aid response as well. This month we also have our fund drive, which is taking place September 27th from about 9 a.m. to about 2. Fire department will be going out, walking around neighborhoods, just seeking out donations, speaking with the community. At the same time, they should be receiving the mailed letters as well around those same dates. Additionally, Lancaster Township attended 4 public events. We attended a Sunny Day Camp, Toys for Tots, Cadet Camp at Station 63, and a Juniors program. That is all.
Thank you. Recycling report. We don't have the numbers for last month. The safety committee minutes or reports and printed copies of all of the reports are available at the township office for a nominal fee. It can be viewed and printed from the township website. We'll now move into workshop reports. First up, planning and zoning, Mr. John Donnelly.
Good evening. So the zoning hearing board met this past month. We had one case that was held over for a decision from the previous month. That was for 85 Spencer Avenue, an accessory dwelling unit and some other variances. They were approved by the zoning hearing board with a few conditions. And then we had 2 new applications that were before the board, and they approved both of those. They were just pretty simple, dimensional, pretty minor variances nonetheless. So they were all taken care of. There was no planning commission last month. We have one scheduled for this month. Only 2 items on the agenda, and both of the ordinances I spoke to you last month that we proposed, one for natural landscapes and the other for a rental property ordinance. So they're going to go before the planning commission to get some input and see how they feel about them. Outside of that, finally seems like we're maybe slowing down a little bit on the building side of permits. However, we got a couple of big projects on the radar that we're watching, just kind of waiting for them to submit their paperwork and start the process. Outside of that, grass and some of the other ordinance violations are keeping us busy, but we're managing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I should note, last meeting, when you were talking about the rental ordinance,
Yes.
I thought that we were talking about the short-term rental ordinance. But thank you for, keeping the conversation going, even though we were both on two different worlds in that conversation. But thank you.
You're welcome.
Township Engineer, Mr. Ben Weber.
Yes, construction on several pretty major projects is underway and is going well. Burroughs Elementary School, the Wallbank Road Self-Storage Facility, Millersville Apartments, and Southern Village Phase 4. So there's a lot to keep going on, but those jobs have been set up well and are well organized at this point. Everybody knows what their role is, and so I think those projects all will turn out really well at this point. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Next up, Public Works, Mr. Demgraw.
Yes, okay. Just a few things to touch on here. We did meet with some state reps. Ben and I met with some state reps and others on the eastbound connector trail, trying to get some funding going. The city's been heading that. It's pretty positive conversations out of those meetings after the preempt process they've gone through for the engineering and the drawings. I've also successfully hired a new employee for a open full-time position, so he'll be starting on Monday, and I'll report on that again next month. We're continuing to work on our new woody waste site meeting. Ben and I actually have a meeting this week to discuss more planning on that. As far as the road crew and what they've been working on, after some damage over the storms, the guys did a great job updating the bridge. There you can see in the photos. The guys are very proud of that, and they should be. It looks great for the walking trail at Abbeville Manor. And we worked with the Friends School next door, got some parking signs and bus drop-off signs, which since school has started seems to be pretty successful at this point. We haven't had any issues, and it's been real calm. So other than that, the only item I have for you for action item is a handicap parking application on Parkside Avenue. This application is right across the street from the main entrance to the Thaddeus Stevens campus there, the old hospital building. It's the old printing press building. This application is for 2 spots, but it's not going to take any additional parking up because they're giving up the loading zone for that old printing building over there, because they've taken over, the printing classes moved out. They don't need a loading zone, but they do have a need for the additional handicap parking for some wheelchair-bound students that are attending school in that building this year. So that's what that's about.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, thanks.
Any questions? All right, next up, Police, Chief Getz.
So for August of 2025, we had 490 calls for service, 30 crashes, no fatal crashes. We haven't had any fatal crashes year to date. The officers issued 141 traffic citations, 11 written traffic warnings, 18 misdemeanor or felony arrests, 2 DUI arrests, and 14 non-traffic citations, which are basically summary criminal incidents or criminal arrests, and 0 overdose incidents or fatalities. I just wanted to touch base again on our Crime Watch portal that we have. The address is www.lancastertownshippolice.org, all spelled out. But you can subscribe to our Crime Watch portal. It gives you a lot of information. We partnered with Carfax to get crash reports. So if you're involved in a crash, you can go on there and request a copy of the crash report through a link. We also have our own specific police right-to-know requests with forms and instructions on the webpage on how to fill it out and who to submit it to. There's a lot of information, and if you're interested in seeing our arrests that we have posted in there, it's a good platform. There's lots of other things you can do on that web portal. I just wanted to give it a push again for people One of the things we have coming up, it's a little bit of late notice, but September 10th, we have a child passenger safety event at Burroughs Elementary School from 5:30 PM to 7 PM. We recently sent 2 of the officers to become certified seatbelt technicians, I think might be the correct title of it. So if you want to you have a new child, you're not sure how to put in the child seat, feel free to come by. It's a free event, 5:30 to 7. Guess what, 2 days from now. So sorry for the late notice, but it's September 10th. That's all I have.
Thank you, Chief.
Yep.
Any questions? Next up, Township Manager, Mr. Lottie.
We continue working on the planning and design of the new Public Works building. I should have some design specs for you next month. We continue work on litigations, most specifically the litigation surrounding Hawthorne Gardens, and we hope to have a resolution to that hopefully before the end of the year. The leaves are starting to come down at the same time that we start to get those fall storms. I'd encourage any resident to take a look out in front of your property, and if you have an inlet, it would be a big asset to us if you could pull the leaves off that inlet and behind the curb line. We're trying to get around and keep those inlets clear, but this time of year it's almost impossible to play that catch up. And just as an anecdotal example, right out in front of our building, when we had that storm last Thursday, the entire intersection was flooded. I was able to clear 2 small holes in 2 of the inlets, and within a minute the water had completely gotten into the drains. But had I not pulled those clear, that water would have cascaded down Maple or down the alley here off of Perry and flooded those backyards. So any help we can get would be great. If you can't clean off the inlets, but you know they're impacted, at least give us a call and let us know so we can go out and get it taken care of. And then the last thing is we start to go into budget season. So over the next few months, as we always do, I'll start bringing budget items to the board, and we'll go through that process like we do every fall. That's it.
Thank you. Any questions? All right, announcements. Tuesday, September 9th at 6:30 PM tomorrow is our Youth 8 panel meeting here at 1240 Maple Ave. Tuesday, September 16th at 7 PM is our Planning Commission meeting here at 1240 Maple Ave. Tuesday, September 23rd at 7 PM is our Zoning Hearing Board meeting at 1240 Maple Ave. Monday, October 6th is at 6 PM is the Historical Commission meeting here at 1240 Maple Ave. Monday, October 13th at 6 PM is our October Board of Supervisors meeting right here at 1240 Maple Ave. Old business, there's none. Planning and zoning business, none. New business.
Resolution 2025-14, 2026 minimum municipal obligation for the Lancaster Township, Lancaster County Police Pension Plan. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve Resolution 2025-14 outlining the 2026 Lancaster Township Police Pension Plan minimum municipal obligation.
I'll second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Resolution 2025-15, 2026 minimum municipal obligation for the Lancaster Township, Lancaster County Pension Plan, 36-087-5N. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve Resolution 2025-15 outlining the 2026 Lancaster Township Pension Plan minimum municipal obligation.
I will second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Handicap parking spot application for Thaddeus Stevens School of Technology on Parkside Ave. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve an application by Thaddeus Stevens School of Technology for 2 handicap parking spots on Parkside Avenue.
I'll second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Memorandum of understanding between Lancaster County Planning Department and Lancaster Township for expediting reviews of qualified subdivision and land development plans. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the memorandum of understanding between the Lancaster County Planning Department and the Lancaster Township for expediting reviews of qualified subdivision and land development plans.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Resolution 2025-16, a resolution declaring September 15th to October 15th, 2025 as Hispanic Heritage Month. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve Resolution 2025-16 declaring September 15th to October 15th, 2025 as Hispanic Heritage Month.
I will second that motion, but before we kind of vote on it, I just kind of want to say a couple things regarding this resolution. Every year, I try to make it a habit to recognize September 15th or October 15th as Hispanic Heritage Month. This township has come a long way in the past 10 to 15 years. Based on the last census, 20% of our population's 20% of our population's, of the township's population doesn't speak English, or English isn't their primary language. The Hispanic population here in this township is cracking close to 30, maybe 40%. In a time when there are people who say that diversity is not our strength, I completely disagree, because diversity is our strength. And when we recognize our neighbors, when we recognize our communities, we give them a seat at our table. So I believe that this resolution really celebrates who we are as a community. So with that being said, there was a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Next up is guest recognition and participation. If there's anyone in the audience here tonight who would like to deliver any comments or remarks, we ask that you please step to the podium with your name and address.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jill Craven, and I live at 1275 Wheatland Avenue. And I come with a proposal that I think is going to be kind of a no-brainer for you, and that is banning gas leaf blowers in the township. There are a number of reasons why this matters. First of all, there's the noise pollution. Gas-powered leaf blowers frequently exceed 80 to 100 decibels, significantly higher than Lancaster Township's noise limits for residential areas. Second, it should be noted that by that definition, or by that exceeding the noise barriers, that they're already should be banned because they're breaking the law, right? So they also have air pollution. According to the California Air Resources Board, operating a gas leaf blower for 1 hour emits as much smog-forming pollution as driving a modern car 1,100 miles. That may seem like an amazing statistic. I had to look up why that would be. It's just that cars have gotten cleaner. The leaf blowers don't have any filters. Leaf blowers don't have catalytic converters. They're very dirty. Up to 30% of the gas and oil that they take in comes out of them. That's hugely polluting. So we have health risks. They emit fine particulate matter and volatile organic compounds that contribute to asthma attacks, heart disease, and respiratory illnesses, particularly in children and seniors. They cause environmental damage. These two-stroke engines dump up to 30% of their fuel unburned into the air, releasing greenhouse gases and harming soil and water quality. Easily, there are better alternatives available. We have electric leaf blowers. They're quieter. They run at 60 to 70 decibels. There are zero direct emissions, and they're increasingly powerful. We also have manual rakes and also just brooms. Those still work, and they're very, very quiet. The benefits for Lancaster Township are fivefold. First, we're going to have quieter and more peaceful neighborhoods. That helps with mental health. That helps with physical health. We'll have healthier air for children, seniors, and pets. We'll have reduced greenhouse gases and emissions. We'll have protection of local parks, gardens, and water sources. And we'll have improved property values and community satisfaction. That's why I say it's a no-brainer. No one is hurt. We get all these benefits. The only people who will be, annoyed by it is the people who do the lawns. And it's been calculated that they get their return on investment for these new electric blowers in 10.5 months. Other places have given people 30% reduction on equipment. Washington, D.C. does it, the whole state of California, the whole state of Vermont. let's get in with the people who know what's going on with the environment and actual public health and do the right thing. So over 100 municipalities across the United States, including major cities like Washington, D.C., have already taken action. Lots of places in Asia already have done it. This change will protect the residents' health, peace, and environment, and we have the technology, the alternatives, and the responsibility to make the change. If you need any of the information in this, I'll be happy to provide it to you. There have been articles in the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Atlantic. Any major publication has done an article on this issue in the last 5 years. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Going once?
Me to talk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. I'm Patrick Oldbach, 2540 Honeysuckle Lane. The first question I have is, Ben, you know there's building projects going on that you're working with, or you listed 4 of them.
Yes.
Where does Honeysuckle Lane fall on what, you said wall bank and then there's storage sheds?
Millersville Apartments at the corner of Honeysuckle Lane and Millersville.
Road.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure on that. On that one, when all is said and done with that, you know that water retention basin?
Yes, I know that water retention.
Okay, that's a real big one. Who will be maintaining that?
The owner of the apartment complex.
Okay, when Sheets went in, they have a water retention basin up there, and before Sheets, over at Stone Mill Plaza, where the Giant is behind the Starbucks, there was 2 areas over there that was a low-cut area or whatever. The problem with that is to keep after that and have them maintain them to where the Canadian thistle isn't going rampant. I had issues in School Lane Hills with thistle, and then when, I guess, Southern Village, before it expanded, was probably at least, when you have like a 3 football field area that's never mowed and everything grows and it's 3 feet high and the wind kicks up, it goes rampant. And once you get it, there's no getting rid of Canadian thistle. If there's just somebody that can kind of watch it after the place is built, that would help.
Right, and if I may, there's the presence of invasive species in these basins is something that's of great concern to me. And we've taken a lot of caution to make sure that the ownership and maintenance agreements spell out all the measures that are needed to monitor the inevitable arrival of the invasive species, but then also identify them, remove them properly at the right time of year. So your point is well made. There are things at Stone Mill Plaza that didn't go the way that we would do them today. But at some of the newer facilities, there's a lot more technical guidance that's available and that requirements are implemented.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to check on that. And were you here when Eddington Place went in?
Not at the initial plan approvals, but during the latter stages of construction, and most recently when the wearing course was installed.
Okay.
I was present.
A bunch of the neighbors attended the first meeting for that, and the concern came up for the traffic light and to repave the road. And the goal then was, let's wait until the other side of the road is developed and the Crossway Church is done doing their thing. Then they were going to address the road. And it was kind of left at that, and everybody said, okay, we'll wait. So we're waiting now. That's going to be finished. And now if you come down there, the road is great pulling in. They widened it at the end, and it's wide all the way up. But when you come up to the crest of the hill, it goes back to like a smaller lane.
Yeah, it certainly is a tired road that's relatively narrow compared to current standards of the township.
Yeah. No, and I understand that. That's fine, but if it can be put on a plan to make, in the next couple years, looking ahead, to widen it, being that if you have to widen it, now is the time to kind of think about it, because the church, I think, owns, and the Common Field owns the right-hand side all the way up through.
The north and western sides.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And there's no houses there, so if you need more room, you could look at proposing to get enough room to go over there.
We do have additional right-of-way from Crossway Church.
Okay.
But the expense of widening Honeysuckle Lane is something that we would have to talk with the Public
Yeah.
Works Department and the Township Management regarding the capital cost to make those improvements.
There's a lot of,
If I may,
yeah,
you were asking about Eddington Court and Millersville Apartments. Before Millersville Apartments has any occupancy, they are required to mill and overlay Honeysuckle Lane along their entire frontage.
oh, okay.
So where it's a little bit wider than
Yeah.
farther up, it will be a lot smoother. It's frankly rather bumpy. So,
Yeah. What's that section that was just marked 2 weeks ago? It says PA1 and it's cut out.
There's lots of those. Those markings are to protect underground utilities. The PA1 call system is a statewide system where someone who's going to be digging using powered equipment is required to mark in white paint the area where they're going to be excavating, and then all underground utility owners in the area are required to then mark
Okay.
the utilities that they have within those within that white outline.
Okay, so something might be happening there this year if it's already marked? Just marked?
It could be, or maybe it was already recently done. I think there was some city water work along Honeysuckle Lane that,
If I may, the area you're talking about is up closer to Barton Drive.
Yeah.
than the airport. Yeah, our crew, my crew has been working on several projects, and in the fall, we're getting around to do some large milling and patching areas in the
Okay.
township, and that is one of the areas that
Okay.
we'll be doing some patching work in there. Over the years, I know that there's a bad piece of road right there.
Yeah.
And I know there's some stormwater infrastructure work that we have to do there and on Barton Drive, which we will be doing before any paving project takes place on that back
Before.
half.
That's good.
Yes.
It empties out on Millersville Road, Honeysuckle, and that was brought up at the meeting when the Eddington place went on. You have to work with the state to put the light in there, and that takes studies and,
it does. I don't believe that there was a successful warrant analysis. There are no current plans for a signalized intersection to be put there.
even with the new apartments going in.
That's correct.
And there's dwellings right across the street.
There's the apartments
Mill.
across the street, Mill Creek Manor, yes, sir.
Okay, well, wait and see what happens with that then. Last but not least, it's not in my neighborhood. I know you can't do anything about this, but think for the future. I was leaving the brush area in my truck the other day, heading up Abbeville Road. And I was come up the crest of the hill, not at the top yet, doing about 25. All of a sudden, the engine revved in the truck and it popped out of gear because I hit one of these manholes. I know it's probably within the specs, but is there any way we can change the specs of the deep manholes so that when you hit it, it doesn't knock you out of gear? And the one on Abbeville, wait, that's Abbeville, and then there's one on Schoolhouse
Is it
Road.
literally a manhole that's a round opening, or is
Yeah.
it rectangular?
No, it's a round one.
Okay.
Somebody addressed the one on Meadowbrook or did a test, there's white tape. That one's better.
Okay, we'll take a look at that.
Yeah, I need to know specifics where that one is. I know there's one on Schoolhouse.
Yeah.
I know that the area you're talking about, every year, freeze and thaw heave, usually January, February timeframe, we get all of those calls about potholes, manholes being low and deep. At that time of year, you can't do anything about it. The roads just naturally heave
Back
from the
in
frost.
yeah.
So in the winter time, that is just a natural occurrence in this area where the roads just heave, but the manholes don't go up with them. So there's
Yeah.
naturally lower spots. We just paved Abbeville, so I'd be very interested to know the one you're talking about.
I'll find it. It wasn't, I just hit it spring and summer, and this last one I just hit 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But the one on Schoolhouse, that threw me into like the other lane. If there was somebody there, I'd be like, front end would be, That one happened probably in, let's see, June, July. and this other one was, I never knew this other one was there. So now instead of watching what I'm doing, I'm watching the road where the whole stuff, you know? So,
Please always watch what you're doing.
no. Yeah, I think that's about it, but yeah.
Well, thank you for
All
your
right,
input.
sure.
Thank you. All right, anybody else? Going once, going twice.
I'm gonna come back.
I think she wants to go then.
I have something from Dr. Cheryl Desmond on Marietta Avenue. She is unable to be here, but she asked me to represent her concern about Wilson. Wilson Avenue, as you come from Columbia up to Marietta, has quite a substantial hill that you have to go over. And lots of times, landscapers park at the very top of the hill. So basically, as you go around there, you have to hope that nobody else is coming the other way. And it's all the time, you know, it just seems like they're parked there quite a bit. So if something could be done to have people not park right in that space so that you don't have to say, oh, I hope it's not going to be me this time that's going to be hit. It would be really helpful for those of us who drive that route pretty substantially.
Thank you.
I'm Nancy Weiss, and I live on Honeysuckle Lane, and I happen to be the lady on the corner as you go back Honeysuckle Lane when you make that corner there.
You're quite a gardener, aren't you?
Yes. And that's part of my complaint. You know, they have come in, when my husband built that house, we could still mow yard in front of those rocks. And of course, if the rocks wouldn't be there, I think they'd be up in the middle of my yard because that's just the way it is. They keep coming up over that rock, they break big hunks off, and I mean, I know, I'm not getting against those big tractor and trailers that go back there to the farm and so forth. We need nothing against the farm, but the road should be wider there. Years ago, like I said, we could mow the lawn in front of the rock, yeah, and now they go up over the rocks. And then one time, quite a few years ago, I guess the township came out and just dumped some tarby there or something. And that was certainly no good because if you go look, it just keeps breaking up and breaking up and breaking up. And of course, they ruin my flowers all the time, and I replant and so forth. So,
Okay.
I think that comes in with probably widening the road. They can do it. Sometimes I go out there like this, like a nasty old lady. And you know, they take it pretty good. But when I'm not there, what happens? Not that I want to be nasty, but it's kind of annoying.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else here tonight? All right, with that being said, I will now adjourn this meeting.